What is up, everybody? Welcome to the garage. I know it's been a while since you've seen me last. Extra time is not something I've had an abundance of. So I hope you guys are doing well. I'm sweating in early November, so that's kind of cool. It's a beautiful day today. So that gave me a chance to get caught up on some things that I needed to do around the garage. So I keep my snowblower in the shed for the summer, the warm months of the year. And I moved that back into the garage, moved some things around the garage so I could still keep my kid's wagon and his bikes and some of that stuff in the garage instead of putting it in the shed in case we get some more warm days and he wants to play outside some more. So this is the snowblower I have. We're going to be doing some content on this in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for that. I have the Toro Snowmaster 724 QXE electric start. 212cc engine. We'll go into more detail on it. Best snowblower I've ever owned. So today I'm pretty well cooked from moving everything out of the garage, sweeping it, hauling stuff to the shed, redoing the shed, all that kind of stuff. So with what little bit of daylight and energy and time I have left, I'm going to... Hey, I'm making a video over here. Jeez, Speed Racer. I'm going to cut down some of the perennials. I don't cut all my perennials down. I'll show you which ones I cut down, and if there's even a reason for why, I'll explain why to you. And then I'll show you which ones I leave up and why I leave them up, and start my kind of fall perennial prep. I'll probably work on it a little bit when I get time throughout the week. Again, I apologize. I've been MIA for so long. Like I said, I've been super busy. So let's just kind of take you around the yard, first of all, and show you what's going on. I put the pineapple plant outside because it's nice. So these annuals we're going to rip out. We've been having a lot of frost and they're kind of done for. My mums aren't looking too hot. Now the lawn, on the other hand, it's looking amazing. So a couple weeks ago I put down Alan Haynes Double Dark granular fertilizer from Yard Mastery, and the lawn just ate it up. Just look at that. It's beautiful. So I'm thinking it's going to be done actively growing, but we'll have to do something about those leaves, do some cleanup. This is another section of annuals I got to get out of. Just these, the frost just did the coleus in. That looks terrible. Probably cut the rose bushes down. Leave the cornstalk up for a little bit longer because it's sort of still harvest time. This mum's holding up strong. I think it's because it's under the cover, so the frost isn't messing that up yet. So let's kind of go over what I'm going to do with perennials. I don't know what this is. It's beautiful, though. It grows beautiful blue flowers. It bushes out real nice. I cut that down in the fall every year. I leave my Stellador daylilies up because they provide cover over the winter. I'm a fan of leaving long, leafy things go and not cutting them down because it gives it a little bit of protection over the winter. I'll leave my hostas up. I will cut this down. That is a hyacinth, I believe.
Delphinium.
Don't quote me on that. This was some kind of a bell-looking flower that hummingbirds loved. This is more of that other stuff. These are chives. I think I leave the chives up, if I remember. These are my bearded iris. That's my nickname in high school. These I cut down, and I leave just like an inch or two on those, but the annuals will come out. This is heuchera. And one year I cut this down and it didn't do so hot. I found out that it's a very rooty, almost looks like ginger. I don't know if you can see that. And it's an evergreen, so you can shape it, but it adds some nice winter interest. Those of you that don't know what winter interest is, it just means it provides you with something over the winter time to look at. Same with my sedums. These are gorgeous sedums that I will leave up. They turn this color in autumn and they look really, really nice. So the sedums will stay up for winter interest as well. I don't know what these are, but they bloom around the 4th of July and they look like a big firework. So I'll cut those down, and I've been leaving my hydrangeas up till spring and then cutting them when I start to see new growth on the old wood. I got to cut that boxwood, don't judge me. So I'm going to do what I can today and break it up. If I get too tired or run out of daylight, I'll just break it up into another video, but I'll show you at least what I'm doing today. So, all right, so first order of business. Gotta cut down these coneflowers. So I apologize, the audio might be kind of rough. I'm going to be getting some lapel mics, hopefully, maybe for Christmas. But anyways, on these coneflowers, what you want to do is, there's some greenery underneath, and what I'm doing is just taking the brown stems, cutting those as low as I can, and any kind of stragglers. They don't have to be all the way to the ground. There is a plant that has some like daisies that grow underneath it. The previous owner seemed to have put a couple different varieties in the same spot, so you get blooms at different times of the year. So that explains kind of what I'm doing here. I was kind of quiet during this, but I was focused on the task at hand. So again, I apologize. Look at that weird look I just gave. Whew. And again, just cutting off the brown stalks, leaving the leaf matter intact. If you were to not cut any of it off, that'd be fine too. You can just expect it to turn yellow and lay over the bulb or the tuber, whatever the type of perennial root is. And that's what I'm kind of doing here. Just because this corner of the house gets some foot traffic, I cut through those rocks when I go to get the garbage cans out, so I don't crush the crowns on my frozen snow-covered grass. I want you guys to see this. There is, I always forget, there's some type of daisy or something that grows in here. So I'm gonna leave these a little tall and just see what happens. But I cut all the dead stalks off. This is another little crappy grass that I leave for winter interest. Another thing I'll show you. Someone's using a battery leaf blower. Sounds of fall in the modern battery era. These are a bigger type of daylily. Probably gonna leave these again because they're leafy and they'll lay over and protect everything. Don't mind those giant weeds, I gotta take care of that. I leave these grasses as a winter interest. They look pretty covered in snow, so I'll probably leave those up. But backyard's looking good too. Needs a cut. I got rid of my vegetable garden that was growing in my 5-gallon buckets, pulled all that stuff out, returned it to its normal wintertime parking spot. Keep it down, I'm trying to film. So that's pretty much it for this side. I'm gonna burn this thistle up because it's been coming out like crazy. I think with the rest of today, I'm gonna just pull out these annuals. I'm gonna pull or cut this other mystery perennial down. These are real fine yellow flowers. They're beautiful when they're blooming. So I'll cut those down. I'll probably cut the irises down and yank this stuff out, and that'll probably be the extent of my work for today. I always kind of like to break up the wintertime prep in a couple different sessions because it makes it less painful to know that this season is All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I'll kind of go over what I did. Like I said, I'm just running out of energy and daylight, so went through and cut the irises down. Everything I read, once they kind of harden off, which they're not, it might be a little early, but cut them a couple inches from the ground. Excuse me, pull out all the brown stuff so you don't end up with all these little aphids or whatever. There's some kind of mite that lives underneath leaf debris and eats them up. I pulled that stuff out of there, or cut it, I should say. Cut down the coneflowers, which you already saw. And I'm gonna fire this thing up, let it run for a little while, and go from there. So with that being said, have a good week. Again, I'm sorry that I've been kind of MIA. I am still alive. Look for a Tuesday tip this week. Look for some better content. It's just that it's been crazy with work and everything else. So enjoy the rest of your night. And remember, do something in the lawn, even if it might be wrong. Take care. Have a great week.